How's it going, everybody? Out here at my little camp in the woods. It's a cold one. It's about 29 degrees right now, Fahrenheit. This morning it was about 10 degrees. And tonight we're looking at lows into the single digits, and with wind chill it's supposed to be like -15. So definitely the coldest one I've done in a long time. And I'm just gonna be sleeping under a tarp. I have tons of insulation, tons of layers. I really went overkill on really everything this trip. Warmth, food. I have like a 4-course meal tonight, which is why the first thing I'm doing is I'm gonna work on this fire, get the fire going. So here within a couple hours, I'll have like a good bed of coals. Also have some beers to enjoy, and yeah, I'm gonna get the fire going right now before I set up the tarp or anything else. Okay, just making sure this wood isn't wet. I try not to put all my eggs in one basket when gathering firewood nowadays, so I won't like take all the branches that I'm processing up off of one tree, because I've been burned too many times in the past thinking something was dry and it wasn't. This should be a pretty easy fire start. That was easy. That was an easy one. Didn't get any better than that. That's what a little bit of prep work does. This thing's gonna go up. Whoop. Ah, thing's still dull. I don't think I'm using the right kind of stone. It's a ceramic stone. It might work, but I'm not very good at sharpening. So here's the tarp for the night. Small little entrance here, but kind of opens up in there. It's kind of cozy. It's got a decent amount of room in there. Not a lot of headroom, but very decent. The back I have pulled out up to that stick to give me a little bit extra room in the back. Solid setup for the night. Last time I slept in this configuration, it actually was really warm despite the big hole in the front of it. So looking forward to it again. My sleep system is kind of similar to the last one I took out here. 2 sleeping pads. I have a accordion style Field and Stream pad with a Nemo tensor insulated, and sleeping bags I have, or quilts, I have a 0 degree hammock gear, and I actually brought my hammock gear 40 degree as well. I figured I could try to put my 40 degree inside my 0, and just like, that should amplify the warmth like crazy. Always smooth. I really went like overkill on this trip. I don't usually bring a lot for warmth, but this is the one where, you know, I really should be. That camera is not level. That is bugging me. Staying warm tonight should be no issue, even though it's gonna be super, super cold, like I said before. Lots of good food too. I just picked up like a 8 or 10 ounce ribeye. I also got some Amish made noodles. That's gonna be awesome. I got a pot to cook those in this time, so I can cook them right. I have stuffing, homemade stuffing, and a baked potato with cheese and bacon. That's gonna be awesome too. So basically just gonna hang out. I wanna have the biggest fire I've ever had out here, just so I can like be comfortable all evening. I don't wanna be cold on this trip. So I'm gonna be comfortable. I'm just gonna be sipping on beer and eating good food tonight. I tell you what, I am so tired of having cold feet. The entire run this morning, my toes were numb. I definitely have like bad circulation or something in my toes, so I got huge, like thick LL Bean wool socks on and my muck Arctic Sport boots. These are actually what I used to wear back when I worked outside full time. And I always wore smart wool socks too, because they were the only wool socks that I found that like my feet weren't swimming in, like they actually wicked away the water. I'm pretty comfortable. I'm pretty warm right now, and the fire is only gonna get hotter, so I'm looking at a pretty comfortable night out here. It is it's 4:20 on the nose, and I got a long night ahead of me. I should have brought more beer probably. Yeah, so in the last video when I was out here, everybody was wondering where Maverick went, the white golden retriever that comes down here and hangs out with me. He hung out with me all night, and then I went to bed and didn't tell anybody, and he just vanished. You guys watching the video had no idea whether he slept out here or not. Kind of left that as an open loop. Okay, so the story about Maverick is, this is my mom's land. Maverick basically just runs these woods. Like, these woods are his backyard. So my mom's actually like not home right now, but I guarantee you at some point at night she's going to let him out, and he's probably just gonna come in the woods and find me. He'll probably bark at me a bunch first because he won't know who it is. I'm sure he'll be down here at some point. He's always out here in the woods playing, and basically in that last video he just went home when it was time, when he was ready. Kind of be nice if my mom would strap a backpack to him and throw a couple beers in it for me. All right, so if you guys are wondering what I'm using out here for wood processing and whatnot, or my Bushcraft gear. So the axe here, this is a council tool. This is actually called the Woodcraft axe. I believe this is a 24-inch handle, which I think it's as small as I want to go, definitely. I think it's as small as axes you can get that you can still use as an axe and not like, it doesn't feel like a hatchet, I guess. Honestly, I wish it had like, I don't know, like 3 or 6 more inches on it. I think it would be perfect then. Maybe like a 26er or a 29er would be a lot better than 24. But I mean, it's got a 2-pound head on it. The whole entire axe itself weighs under 3 pounds. So for a pack axe, I mean, it's really perfect. It's definitely dull now, and I didn't get a very good sharpen on it now. I really gotta spend some time with it at home. But I've really liked using this thing. I've had this for a couple years now. And for a saw, I use a Silky F180. It's a little bit smaller than the Silky Gone Boy. Super light though. This thing weighs like 6 ounces, something like that. And I take this backpacking too with me always. In my opinion, one of the best folding saws on the market for backpacking at least. And my knife is a Mora Kansbull or a Consbull. It looks just like the full tang Mora Garberg, except it's not a full tang, so it's a lot cheaper. I'm not sure if I like it that much. I use a Mora Companion, which is like a $15 knife. They're both about the same. This one's slightly longer, but it doesn't really help me with like batoning wood or anything, because I'm not gonna baton anything down that's like super thick with a knife that's not full tang, so I don't beat it up too much. As far as the grip, I'm not a huge fan of like feathering with this knife. The grip on the Companion is just like so much more ergonomic. It just fits my hand better. This one just kind of hurts my hand. I don't know. I really like it for the sheath though, because the sheath has a leather strap here that lets it swing a little bit more. The Companions come with a fixed belt loop, so it's always kind of just stuck on your side. Those are my woods toys. Around, Bryce, you can chop your leg off. So when I got to camp, I forgot my old wood piles here. I didn't even think about that. Get those babies drying out. But when I got to camp today, I stomped all around my area, patting down the snow with these snowshoes. And honestly, I just brought them today to use them as like shovels to dig out a spot for the tent. These are super cheap. I know they're too small for probably what's recommended for someone like me, but I stumbled across these in Marshall's for $10 and I could not pass them up. And we don't even get enough snow in Ohio here to warrant like buying a good pair, like spending a lot of money on snowshoes. Okay, I've had these for 2 years. These have been hanging in my gear room for 2 years, just waiting on a day to use them. Today is the first day I've ever used these. They work good, and they definitely work for the purpose as far as not post-holing through when you're walking in some of the deeper sections here when I was walking around. So they're definitely usable. I guess since they're not huge, it'd be decent if I was ever gonna go on a backpacking trip that was questionable of how much snow they had. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if I trust these. They look kind of cheap. Yukon Charlie's is the brand. It seems like a big box store brand though, so. Come on, buddy. Maverick, come on. There he is. Hey, buddy, what are you doing? What are you doing? I know, you didn't know who it was. Who knows where the good food's at? Hey, buddy. Oh, no. He wants some more of that stuffing. Look at him. He actually he's a very cream-colored retriever. He doesn't look like it out against this white snow, though. That reminds me of one time me and my wife were on a trail run, and it was like the middle of summer, and we were out on this trail in the middle of the woods, and we see this big white dog running in the distance, and I'm like, dude, look at that dog, because it looked like huge. And she's like, is it a dog? Are you sure it's a dog, or how do you know it's a dog? And I go, well, it's either a dog or a polar bear, because it was like a Great Pyrenees, like those huge white fluffy dogs. And he came up to say hi, but it was just funny. Hey, you gonna come hang out? He'll probably be down here with me like all night now. So, let's go through some gear rundown here. There's my blue foam pad that will be underneath my Nemo tensor. I also have my wool blanket right here ready to go. This is the footprint from my North Face tent. And okay, check this out. This is my new food bag, my new bear bag. This is made out of Dyneema, and it's got my face on it with a bunch of thumbnail images of all my videos. Ben from Hilltop Packs sent me this, and he sent me a whole bunch of stuff too. He sent me a Dyneema chair sack that's got one of my logos on it. Oh, okay. He sent me something else too, but I'm not going to reveal that yet. But so shout out to Hilltop Packs. I can't wait to actually like use some of this stuff on like a real backpacking trip. Sun just went down over the horizon, so it's darker from here on out. I can definitely feel it starting to get colder. Except this is actually warmer than even that vest. Hey, get off of there. Get off. What are you doing? I'm gonna see if I can get him to go inside. Go in. What are you doing? There's a cord there. Come on, get in here. Come on. Oh my gosh. He's not the smartest dog. Stay. Oh man, I want a thumbnail picture of that. He won't stay though. I want you to be my thumbnail. He just runs around. Last time I was out here, I see a big white-tailed bucko running down here, and 50 feet behind him, there goes Maverick. So he just comes out here and chases animals. Hoping I can hear some crazy things. So right down over here, there's some kind of den. I don't know if it's coyotes or foxes or what it is, but I hear them screaming every night I camp out here. And tonight I came prepared because I actually have a night vision scope, like a monocular, like a single eye that's like a 15 times zoom, infrared. So if I hear that stuff tonight, I'm popping out of there and I'm gonna see if I can't see anything because I want to know what that is. They were really growling at each other last time. So here's my beers. Got the old Yingling Lager, can't go wrong with it, and then the Voodoo Ranger Imperial IPA. Well, Maverick's gone. He always does this. He comes and sees me, and then he's got to go make his round through the woods. But he'll be back. So I'm going to show you guys what I have for dinner before it gets dark, because I have a feeling it's going to be completely dark by the time I start cooking. So the main course is a ribeye steak right here. Then I have these Amish-made noodles, which this is the thing I'm most excited for. I love noodles. I got a big bag of stuffing here, which is homemade. It's like a bunch of bread chopped up with bacon and a bunch of spices and stuff in here. That's always good. And I have a baked potato all wrapped up, ready to go, and a little baggie of bacon bits, real bacon bits, and cheese. Definitely a bigger dinner than I normally ever eat in the woods, but this isn't backpacking. When I backpack, I like to just eat whatever gets me through the day, whatever gets me through the miles. Out here, I'm here to eat. I'm here to chop wood and eat. That's pretty much what I like to do when I'm just not hiking, not doing miles. Huh. I definitely don't want to run into what I did last time, and that's sliding down the hill all night. This is a much more level spot though. Do I want my feet near the opening though? That's the question. My feet get cold. Quilts, like, even though it's like a 0-degree quilt, it's not rated for the foot box. So your extremities, like your feet, don't generate like a bunch of heat. So that's why a lot of times you have the option to like overfill foot boxes. I don't believe hammock gear does that. Yeah, I'm gonna double up my quilts though, I think, just starting right out. I'm gonna put the 40-degree, because it'll fit in the 0 nicely without like compressing anything. So it should be like super warm. I might end up laying long ways or sideways in here if it's not too unlevel. If it is, I'm gonna switch and lay this way. There we go. Now she's ripping again. So it's like really pretty out here right now. I'm one of those people that, if you ask me, I hate snow. I always tell people I hate snow. It's just not my favorite. But it's pretty for a week or two. And like, I'm having a ball out here right now, honestly. Like, I'm so comfortable, everything's going good. Today I made the right choice, which was getting this thing going immediately when I got here. I think that's the key to winter camping. Warm up my feet. Let me drink some more cold beer. That always helps. Would you go backpacking? He doesn't really like come when you call him real good though. So I don't know if he's like an off-leash dog. I mean, you're not supposed to do that anyway on trails, but there we go. That's what people want. watch out. Come here. Come. Hey, no. It's mine. Come here. Come. Gosh, you are so strong. Somebody keeps stealing all my firewood. Don't touch it. Nope. No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, buddy. I think it's about time to cook some food, so I'm thinking noodles or steak first. Do noodles first, throw these in a pot, and get them on there cooking now. Oh yeah. Oh, I could eat these things cold all day long. Potatoes, noodles, stuffing, and steak. If it was turkey, it'd be like a straight Thanksgiving meal. Just gonna sit my pot right there. Let that guy warm up. Noodles are gonna be awesome. That Yingling lasted me a while. So it's 6 o'clock right now, so I sipped on that for like 2 hours. This one's not as big, but I'm gonna go ahead and crack it open now. We got Voodoo Ranger Imperial IPA. IPAs were one of those beers that I just didn't like for a long time. And now that I'm like a beer connoisseur, like I'm just starting to like them all. Like there's really not a beer I don't like other than, well, I'm not gonna offend anybody, but there's some beers I don't like. Ooh, she's hoppy. It's good. It's really good. It's honestly, I don't want to say weaker, but it's one of the less hoppy IPAs I've probably ever had. Once again, IPAs are new to me, so I'm not really well versed in them, but this is good. I'd say it's a good gateway IPA. I'm gonna get my steak. Oh man, this fire is so hot right now. It's burning my knees. So this is the tiny little grate that I have. I don't know what it is. It's a piece to a charcoal grill I had at home, but it's gonna work. It's gonna fit my steak, so I'm gonna throw that on to sanitize real quick. The noodles are like pretty warm. I'm gonna give them like another minute or two. Oh, hey buddy, where'd you come from? You haven't been here for 20 minutes. Okay, so here, oh, you know what it is. He smelled it. All right, so here's the ribeye. See, that's a decent cut right there. That is thick. Oh yeah, it's gonna be good. That's a $13 steak right there. Not the cheapest thing on the shelf. Noodles are probably done. So I'm gonna throw that steak on. Ooh, hot. My freaking steak's stuck. Come on. How do you get it off of the freaking grill? You can't grab it. There we go. Good flip. Good flip. I love noodles. Noodles and bread. It might be like my favorite foods. Why does my steak keep sticking to the grill? That is annoying. Oh, that looks pretty good. Still super rare. Which I don't have a huge problem with. those are good. Those are really, really good. Can't go wrong. Anything from Amish country. Here you go, bud. You have a couple. Getting there, about done. What do you think? You think it's done? Huh? Huh? Weirdo. Man, I don't know why I didn't bring any steak spice. Definitely lacking a little bit because of that, but pretty good though. I'm probably going to have to start bringing him some food. I kind of feel bad. Hey, quit looking at that! Even though he likes to eat my gear and steal my firewood. What do you got in your mouth there, buddy? What is that? If you can see, I got the footprint, the field and stream pad, Nemo, tensor, and they got the wool blanket I'm just gonna lay on. And right now I'm actually gonna get my quilt out of here. My hammock gear 0 and my hammock gear 40. And I'm just gonna start the night with both of them. Like I've said before, the 0 degree, it's not a true 0 degree. It's definitely a survival rating. And I know I would be chilly in that. Now granted, I'm sleeping in my puffy, I'm sleeping in my wool sweater that I've been wearing, so it might be okay. But I mean, there were a few times I was out here last time when I got slightly chilled and it only dropped to like, I think 17 degrees that night. So we're looking at least 5, maybe 10 degrees colder. I think that's gonna do it for tonight. I'm gonna keep my night vision at bay because when I hear them things going crazy, I'm popping out of there. I'm gonna see what that is. So here's my night vision scope. It's a X-Gen Pro monocular. Sometimes I wish it wasn't like a zoom because I can't like use it like walking around my house or anything at night because everything's so zoomed in. But it's pretty cool. And I wonder if I could turn it on and put it up to the camera. Oh dude, that like works. Now granted, I have to like manually focus it and stuff. That's good to know. But yeah, that'll do it for tonight, so I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. I slept really good and really warm. So I went to bed at 8, woke up at 2 a.m. to pee, and then woke up at 6. So I only woke up twice, which usually doesn't happen. Normally I'm up quite a bit more than that. So my watch says it's about 25 degrees right now. And my phone's telling me that it's in the teens, though, outside of my little tarp tent here. So this is actually holding in a little bit of heat, and the real feel is 8 degrees out right now with the wind. I definitely can feel the wind blowing my tarp a little bit. None of it's getting in here. I'm going to go ahead and say that that was the warmest I've probably ever slept out in the woods. Like the 40-degree bag inside the 0, it was right on that line though of almost like sweating but not sweating. So really just super warm, comfortable sleep. 2 sleeping pads. I mean, the Nemo tensor sleeping pad is so comfortable, and this is a wide version too, so I got a lot of arm, a lot of wiggle room. See, I have my chair down here as a roll cage for my quilt,
kept all the condensation off of it. My quilt did not touch the tarp at all last night. The only thing it kind of does is my head when I sit up right here, but solid tarp shelter. The only thing that kind of sucks about it is the door is like super short. Like, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's only like 2 feet off the ground, so you pretty much have to crawl in here. I think I'd like to make like a ground sheet that covers the whole footprint of this shelter. It'd be really nice to have a floor that goes all the way to the door, so I don't have to crawl through snow or mud or anything else to get back to where my sleeping stuff is. Nothing really slid around. I just used these fleece pants and a stuff sack as a pillow on top of my Thermarest Z seat. So yeah, another successful night under the tarp. Did not hear any animals last night. It was completely dead quiet out here, which never happens. You know, figures the one time I got my night vision at bay and I hear nothing. But, oh yeah, I slept beside my food here last night too, trying to draw in the wolves. Well, I'm probably gonna lay here for another minute or two and then get up and start packing up and get out of here.
For the first time in this trip, my hands are cold. That's a good thing. So, all packed up here, just gonna do the little hike out. I gotta hike up this hill and out a little ways. This was a fun one. This was definitely just like one of those ones that I enjoyed thoroughly the entire time. And winter camping usually isn't like that for me. There's always times where I'm just cold. Anytime anything's cold, you're just not having that much of a good time. Yeah, this one was awesome. Everything went good. Super happy I came out for this. I am disappointed it didn't get colder. I mean, I was super hot. I would have been fine if it would have got bone-chilling cold, I think. And I would have liked to test out my system in colder weather, but can't complain. It was a good night, slept great. But I think that about wraps it up. So thanks for watching. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button down below so you can see more videos like this in the future if you're into this. And hit the notification bell beside it so I can let you know when I post new videos. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Super glad I camped down where I did, because it is windy up here. I am freezing. I can't get to my truck any quicker. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my hands are so numb right now. I have warmer gloves, but I just want to get that heater on. All right, and we're popping out of the woods, back down to the Yoda. Look how pretty it is this morning.